Hello friends. Hi. Okay, so let's talk about Kibbe and Trends and what it all means. So Kibbe's book was essentially, at first, in the 80s, a book to help you find your true self. And it was really kind of focusing against the idea of chasing trends. But in today's world, fashion has come so far, and I don't think that trends should be eliminated from your IDs. And I don't necessarily think Kibbe was saying that either. I think he just felt like people never found their home base for fashion. So the Kibbe system is great for finding your home base fashion style. And from there, you can expand out to all the different trends you want, or you can stick straight to your ID. Kibbe talks about a concept more recently about the head to toe look, and that is such an important concept. In essence, it's talking about where are you going in this outfit? How does it all work together? What is the outfit communicating to the world? So Kibbe has said this many times, and I don't know if it's properly communicated in the book itself, but specific clothing does not have IDs. So in Kibbe's book, it's interesting because there's a lot of absolutes in the book. It's wear this, avoid this, like literally all caps, avoid tight silhouettes, avoid all structured silhouettes. And the only thing I can imagine is the following scene. This is how I make sense of the Kibbe book and what he says today. Hi, David. Yes. Oh my goodness. We just love your book concept. Like everything about it. The yin, the yang. Did you invent that? Oh, well, we'll deal with that. We'll deal with that later. Legal team. Legal will figure that out. Now let's see. Let's go through the book concept and let's talk about the romantics. Everyone loves the romantics. So how would you describe the romantics? Like, what is she dressing like? Okay, romantics. So if they're hosting a dinner party, they're going to spend tremendous effort on place settings and flowers and arrangements. And yes, David, but what is she wearing? What does she look like? Oh, what does she look like? She's a shining star atop a Christmas tree. I mean, a sparkling, refreshing garden party in June, softly glowing moonlit evening. See, I feel like you're missing the point here. What are her best lines? Just tell one sentence. What are her best lines? Circles, ornate swirls, intricate. Okay, I'm gonna help you out a little bit. Romantics, avoid all severe silhouettes, all tailored silhouettes, all straight lines with angular edges. Okay, next. We're gonna move on to those theatrical romantics. Who's a theatrical romantic? And Oscar goes to... So when I say something like, oh, well, romantics really don't wear mom jeans, that's not necessarily true. That's just the general guidelines. And it all depends on where you are in your Kibbe journey. If you're experienced in your Kibbe journey, you know your ID, you've been playing with those lines for a really long time, then yeah, you can take any style of jeans and make them work for your ID. It's all about the head to toe look. That includes accessory, that includes your hair, that includes your makeup. And in this video, we're gonna dive deep into how much impact little things can make on the overall appearance. Now, some of you people who are in your Kibbe journey is a wild ride. Because you start here and you're like, okay, cool, what an interesting system, I like this. Ooh, the celebrity examples, that's fun. And then you go down into the terms like width and double curve and verticality and you're like, what the F? What are you talking about? I'm confused. And then you go up and you're like, okay, I'm getting it. The yin yang concept, I see it. And then you hear something like that Kibbe says and you're just like, what? Where did this come from? Why are you messing with me so? And it's a roller coaster. And then you hit a peak where you're like, okay, no, I've got this. And just when you hit that peak, Kibbe will undoubtedly tell you something that will shift everything you've learned about the process, but we'll get to that later. Let's focus on where you're at in the Kibbe journey. The further along you are, the more easily you will be able to play with trends. Okay, so today we are going to go through some trends for 2022 or some styles and see how they work on the dramatic, the natural, the classic, the gamine, and the romantic. So first up, we're going to do a body conscious dress that's full length and has a cutout. Then we're going to do an oversized structured blazer. And last but not least, we're going to do the preppy look. Let me know if you like this style of video and if you have any trend requests, because I will definitely take them into consideration for the next video. Just leave them in the comments below. First up, we have this bodycon dress. Now with today's fashion, it's interesting. because I don't think that clothes fit as neatly into IDs as maybe they did in the 80s. But in today's fashion, we meld so many different elements and designers are getting more and more experimental that I feel like most fashion trends are actually a hodgepodge of all the IDs, which is great because it's even easier to make them work. But we're gonna see how this dress works for dramatics, naturals, classics, gamines, and romantics. So let's get started. Woo. The reason we spend so much time analyzing our bodies is so that we can harmonize our style lines to our bodies. What are dramatics? They're long, they're narrow, they're vertical, and this dress fits the bill. And you'll notice that the accessories are also angular, strappy, architectural. All of that is meshing with the beauty of the dramatics. Now for the naturals, I almost went with these gemstone earrings, but I decided the asymmetrical earrings were a better fit. And these boots, they have a natural texture, a cool block heel, with the effortless hair and the round leather bag, it's all giving a much different vibe than the dramatics. So you'll notice that naturals, they still have to have that verticality, but they also have to accommodate their width. Now this dress shows off my width and I have to accept that. You have to make the choice for your head to toe look, what you're comfortable with. So for the classics, we want something a little bit polished. We have these beautiful, simple earrings. We have this pulled back hair. We have matching lipstick with our stilettos. And honestly, I think I'm also going to hike this hem up a little bit as a classic because I think it honors their moderation a little bit better than the long vertical. Yes, just like that. That's way better in my opinion for the classics. Now for the gamines, you have this quirkiness, you have these horizontal lines, the cutout helps that, but we also want a shorter hemline. We have these quirky shoes, we have these fun accessories. It's all about the gamine essence. Don't be afraid to cut up your outfit, to add some horizontal lines, to add a bit of structure on top of this dress, because this dress isn't naturally a quote-unquote gamine dress. Now with the romantics, we want to have this femininity with this sensuality, so we want to have an even shorter hemline so that your curve is your dominant trait. Yes, we want intricate details, heels, anything that feels feminine and romantic. So this dramatic dress is transformed into a romantic dress just by upping the hem and changing the look from head to toe. That's the key with incorporating trends into your KB journey. Okay, so up next we have an oversized blazer, but I think this is a great piece to show how this oversized boxy blazer can be worn by dramatics, naturals, classics, gamines, and even romantics. For the dramatics, again, we want some sleekness. So we have these pieces and they all have a little bit of sharpness to them. It has a long vertical line again. I should have worn tights to keep that vertical line a little bit better, but this blazer has a boxy feel to it. So for the dramatics, we need to make sure that underneath we are honoring not only their verticality, but also the narrowness to it. Now for this natural, we're going to go a little 70s with this, and we have these like retro sunglasses, effortless hair, square toe boots. We have the long vertical line intact with the double denim, but it has a much different vibe than our dramatic outfit. It's more relaxed, it's more easygoing. We have an open neckline, nothing is too fussy, which is in harmony with the naturals essence. And the head to toe look has a retro vibe, which is great for the naturals, and you can see that it's just easygoing. Now for the classics, we want to keep things a little simpler. We want to have more structured shapes, same jeans though, simple bodysuit. We want to honor their moderation by not having too many fussy details. This is a clean, simple silhouette. The loafers are great. The handbag is also great. Again, the accessories from head to toe honor the classic essence and the style. So think about that when you're crafting your head to toe looks. Now for the gamines, we can play around with print and color and quirkiness, and they do really well with like chunky shoes like Doc Martens. They get all the trends really easily integrated into their wardrobe. And this head to toe look, even though the blazer is really boxy, it doesn't overwhelm the gamines because we have those horizontal lines, we have texture, we have print, we have all those things going for us to keep the gamine essence alive. Now with romantics, it's a little bit trickier because the boxy blazer isn't a natural piece for them necessarily because they want to honor the curves. Now for this piece, we have the corset. Yes, it has hip padding, so I'm not that curvy. And we have these cropped jeans, and I think it will honor their curve without being overwhelmed by the blazer itself. Simple, feminine accessories, head to toe look, romantic essence. That's what we want to achieve here. Next up, the preppy look for each Kibbe family.
You know you love me. XOXO.
So for the dramatics, we want to keep it sleek. We want to honor that vertical. And I think the vest dress with the tights and the sharp heels all do that. And you'll notice there's a hardness to the accessories with the little metal bracket on the heels and the square-shaped bag. Now, the glasses aren't necessarily sharp, but head to toe, they don't overwhelm or take the holistic quality away from the outfit. One accessory won't overwhelm the essence of an outfit. Now, for the naturals, we want this open neckline. I think the naturals do really well with a leggy look, especially the flamboyant and pure natural. Again, you have the vertical line being kept with the blazer, the skirt, the tights, and the square toe boots. It's giving me Serena van der Woodsen going to school after a party night. And the hair is effortless. The head to toe look still feels soft, relaxed, and easygoing, which is all the naturals want to do. Again, the purse also has a soft quality to it. The classics were kind of made for the preppy look. Again, we want tailored, pearls, perfection. We're still wearing the skirt and tights, but we have a cleaner, more tailored look. It's a little bit more constricted, so it wouldn't work for the naturals, but it works very well for the classics. The blazer is cropped, which is giving us a little bit of a gamine essence, but the head-to-toe look is definitely classic, especially down to the heels. The sharp tailoring, everything is working for their moderation. Now the gamines, they can do the preppy look as well very easily because they're all about the pattern mixing, the horizontal lines, the mini skirts, the funky shoes. Again, we've got kind of gamine goodness here. You'll notice that I have a cropped shirt and a short skirt. Both work very well for the gamine family and show off their yin-yang combo. For romantics, it's a little bit trickier again. The skirt is fitted, but it flares out a little bit. We have feminine heels with a bow on them. We have a lace blouse with a pink bra underneath. And you'll notice that the head-to-toe look, it has a different feel than the gamine or the classics. It's a little bit sexier. It's a little bit more feminine. So pay attention to all the accessories and everything going into a look. Okay, so I hope that was illustrative on how important finding your ID can be and how liberating it can be. I don't think the Kibbe system was meant to box you in. I actually think it's to learn your body so that you can tweak it to fit every different style out there. If you were watching carefully, you'll notice that sometimes pieces would go from look to look or to family to family. I wore jeans as a natural and the same jeans as a classic, but the entire head to toe looks were very different. And if I hadn't told you that, you might not even notice that those were the same pieces. So why do we spend so much time in the Kibbe system analyzing our bodies? It seems like overkill, right? But that's not totally true, because once you figure out your dominant trait, whether it's verticality, width, moderation, petiteness, or curve, you start to understand what's the first thing I need to accommodate. So if we go back to the preppy look for the flamboyant natural, there's a lot of pieces in there that don't necessarily fit Kibbe's flamboyant natural look. However, I know that I am honoring my verticality. I have the black in the blazer, I have the black in the skirt, and I have this long leggy look, which really does work for flamboyant naturals. So when we're analyzing our bodies and trying to figure out ID, like lying to yourself or looking at your body with the hopes that you'll be a romantic is only going to hurt you. Because you can wear, any IDs can wear body conscious dresses. Any IDs can wear frilly cutesy dresses. But what they have to understand is the head to toe look, and you can only understand that when you figured out your dominant trait. So I mentioned that I was gonna talk to you about something that would really help you open up your Kibbe journey. And I hope that you've seen these trends and you understand my purpose in showing you the different families and how they would do different looks. And I hope you understand that even with the body conscious dress, you'll notice that as we went along, dramatics, verticality, flamboyant naturals also have some vertical. Then we hit classics, and all of a sudden the dress looks a little bit better with the head to toe look if it was scooched, the hem was scooched up a little bit. Then we hit the gamines and the romantics, and with those looks, they really need to have a shorter hemline. So you can take a look and tweak it to your ID, but if you don't understand what your dominant trait is, then you're gonna be lost.
I am lost.
We analyze our bodies so that we understand our traits and so that we can harmonize any look with what we're working with. I hope this has been super helpful to you guys, and I hope we can make it a series. I hope you guys like this video enough to let me know what trends or what styles you'd like me to do next. And if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do that. And until next time.